Alright, so I'm not really sure how to address this. Before we get into the bumper video, I gotta say I made some comments last week towards another YouTuber, Young Static. I don't really watch his videos. Like I said, they're not my taste. And I made some comments about his ears, and it was brought to my attention that he doesn't have gauged ears. It's actually a tumor or something like that. But a couple of you snowflakes got offended, so I'm just gonna take this time out to apologize to absolutely fucking nobody, boy. I don't give a shit. Start the fucking video. What up, pimps? I'm out here waiting for parts to come in the mail, so I'm just sitting here. But I was thinking I could do that turbo video, or I could just do some other shit. So today at work, I got some of these plates. This is a 160 gauge, not gauge, but if you mic it out, if you know how to use a mic, if you mic it out, it's like 160, some thick ass shit. Now I was originally gonna do two, because right here there's like a beam. I would show you, but I don't feel like moving. But just imagine they're like a fat ass like beam. It's probably like 2 by 6 maybe, so like 2 by 6. It's like this fat ass beam right to the frame. And I didn't really know how I was gonna mount that there. I was thinking I was gonna do it right here, so I was gonna do one on either side. And this is like some 16 gauge. It's like real weak, so I was gonna do like that. But if someone ever hit me, it would just like completely cave this in. So I was looking at this, and I can actually mount it something like this, so that way it's like behind that, or it's the beam is like right behind it, so it's like if someone ever fucking rends me, it's not gonna do much damage to the wagon. So I'm going to line all this up because we're making a custom bumper. I probably should have said that first. That's what we're doing with these things. We're going to make a custom bumper like that, like, you know, the ones they have on the drift cars, like Adam LZ, like I said before, it's like that. The other wagon that's built like this has the same kind of thing, where it's like a tubed bumper. So it's got like a piece of 1900 coming out, and then two pieces of 1900 going around, and then wrap it around the sides of the car. We're gonna do something like that. So it doesn't really matter where we put this for the height of the bumper. So we can drill this out first and put these in today, and then we'll measure all out. And then tomorrow when I'm at work, I'll cut a bunch of shit up and get a bunch of shit bent, hopefully, if the guy that bends shit is there. Line up real well with this, so I can just put 2 in here, and then I'll have to drill 2 holes versus drilling out 4. Like, fuck it. Now that I've got a sheet of paper or a piece of cardboard, whichever one, doesn't matter, I'm gonna draw it out. So it's gonna be, wow, Sharpie. It's gonna be something like that, but not quite like a 45. It's gonna be like rounded, you know what I mean? So we're gonna have 2 like that, 2 that are rounded, and then we have to figure out the depth from here. So I think like that. All right, so it's a pipe, and we're gonna notch it out. So we're gonna take out like a chunk of this and a chunk of that, so that way it'll fit around the pipe. See, so that'll be the pipe, and then we'll cut it out, and then it'll fit around the pipe. So that's what we're gonna do. It's called swedging. No, not swedging. We're gonna notch the pipe, so that way it fits in between there, and it's like nice and flush, and then you can weld all the way around it. So it's gonna be something like this. So we gotta figure out that. We gotta figure out how long we want it, and then how much that way. Oh, and then we got to figure out from the back of the car. Then we got to figure that out, because one side's going to be flat, and then this side we're going to notch too. So we got to figure out how far out we want it. We got to figure out the fucking space in between the pipes, and then we got to figure out how long we're actually going to need the pipe to be. Oh, we're going to do no, let's not do 1 and 5. Let's do 1 and 7. 1 and 7/8. Probably LP20, because like 16 gauge isn't shit. It's like an 06. It's like an like an 060, somewhere around there, 16 gauge, and then the LP20 that we're gonna get is gonna be like a probably like a 095. The thickness. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna do an LP20 versus a 16 gauge, which is like 0.58, 0.60, if that. So it's not very good. So we gotta think, okay, so we're gonna do a 16, no, we're gonna do a 1900. So it's gonna be like 2 inches, a 2-inch pipe. And then like how far out do we want the pipe? It's gonna be at least 2 inches. So 5, that's way too much. So we do 6, I think something like that. Maybe that's even a little much too. What about 5 inches away? So then we do a 3-inch piece of pipe with a swedge on the end. Maybe 3.5, because when we swedge it, it's gonna take off like a 1/4 inch. We did like 4.5. So 4.5 would be like something right here. The piece of pipe would be like somewhere right here, and I'm cool with that. So 4.5, and then we need a 2 3/4. That's what we're gonna want, 2 3/4. So we'll do 2 3/4, and then we'll also do a 3-inch one, just to, I don't know, just so when we put it back together, so we don't have to like test it and be like, oh, that's not long enough, that's too short. I don't want to have to wait another day. Once I get all the pieces, hopefully tomorrow, we'll just put it all together. So we'll do 2 3/4 and a 3-inch test piece, and we'll swedge them. Now I have to figure out the bumper. And since I'm here by myself, I'm going to use the jack to hold the tape measure. And I guess we'll do it from here to here, and then we'll figure out how much we want here. And like this part's not too bad. Like how much after the 90. If it's too much, we could just hack it down at any time. So that really doesn't matter. Hey, check it out! I got a bunch of shit done at work today. Boss man, so let me have all this. This is 2 and 3. It's probably like a 15 gauge, 14 gauge, something like that. It's not too bad. Boss man did give it to me, and I swedged a bunch of it, so it'll be like this, and it'll be like that, and then we'll do these the bumpers on top, so they'll set in like that, and then it'll be easier to weld once we get them all in. Unfortunately, I fucked up. I'm using this to pop this out because it just won't clear this part right here, but we can cut this out. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cut this out right now, and it does go a little bit into the car. There'll be like a let me get this out the way. There's gonna be like a hole right here, but we can patch this up later. So I got that side done, or tacked on there, I should say, and then I have it like 3 1/8. So we have it like this, like that, like this. So it ain't nothing special, but yeah, don't look at the welds. I'm trying to tack with my Harbor Freight welder with no mask on, but once I get it off, I'm gonna go buy some more welding wire tomorrow, and then I'll take it off and weld it all up, and then we'll paint it and hide my welds. So yeah, overall it shouldn't be too bad. I'm gonna cut a couple more of those like support pieces to put in the middle. Probably cut 2 more, maybe 3 to put in the middle. But yeah, I'll do that tomorrow. I'll get the welding wire, then we'll get this all welded up, painted, and throw it back on. I can't remember the last time I updated the bumper, but I welded it all together poorly. I shouldn't have any issues with the welds or whatever, but I welded it all together. I was gonna mount it and then start where we're gonna cut it, but I can't even mount it because the bars hit the tire. So I'm gonna cut off like 3 inches. I'll just eyeball it right now, and then mount it, and then we'll go from there. So here it is. I just cut it by eye yesterday, and then I took it out and was dicking around. But I got these little covers from my work, these little caps. So I'm gonna weld these little caps on there, and then I'll finish painting it. So it's just like tacked on really poorly, but it's gonna hold, and I don't have to worry about I don't know, the tires ever hitting it or anything like that. So this is done.